Okay, so I am at the Pacific Tsunami Museum here with Katie. She's here from USGS with her table, and she's been teaching me all kinds of cool things. So super fun, super cool. And she has some cool artifacts. So thank you for being here.
Yes, yeah. So we're here as part of Volcano Awareness Month. Every January we commemorate our active volcanoes here in Hawaii and do events across the island with our partners such as Pacific Tsunami Museum, trying to raise awareness about the volcanoes that we live on and their hazards. So we've been, for the past year, monitoring an episodic eruption up at the summit of Kilauea. There have so far been 39 episodes of lava fountaining. This is a really special type of eruption. There's only been 3 eruptions like this in Kilauea's history, and this one is the only one to have occurred within the summit caldera. So it's really visible. Lava flows are contained within the crater, Halemaumau crater, and the hazards that we're most concerned about are tephra, which is basically anything that's ejected by a volcano and travels through the air. So we have some examples of the tephra here. This is an example of one of the pieces of tephra that falls out from the lava fountain. It's essentially lava foam, so you can see it has all of these big bubbles. So that's all the gas that's trapped in the magma when it's below ground as it's erupting out. That gas is expanding and forming this, essentially lava foam. Yeah, so the big particles fall out in the closed area of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. They fall out close to the lava fountains, but then smaller particles, such as Pele's hair and ash, are carried farther by the wind. So Pele's hair is essentially pieces of volcanic glass, so it's just pieces of lava that get stretched really thin, and they're really super light. They're like fiberglass, essentially, and they can get carried far. So this is one of the hazards that we're most concerned about for this eruption. And then some of the other things we have here are an example of one of our web cameras. Yeah, so this camera was located on the crater floor and during an earlier episode over the summer, and the lava flows were not touching it but getting close to it, below it. And there was just so much ambient heat, radiant heat from those lava flows that it melted the camera housing. Events now, and it has a nickname, it's Mulliken. So just to showcase how hot these lava flows are. So that was on the caldera floor, crater floor, and then on the crater rim, we had just in episode 38 on December 6th, we had another camera buried by a lava fountain on the crater rim. So we've definitely had some damages to our monitoring infrastructure during this eruption.
V3 took a hit.
Yeah, that's the one that got buried. And we thought we might be able to recover that camera and use it for outreach like this one. So we went to visit where V3 had been buried the day after that episode, but it was under 50 feet of that tephra material, so we weren't able to recover that one.
I wanted to revisit this real quick.
Sure.
So it's really light.
It's light. You can see it has all these bubbles. So there's bigger bubbles here. Yep, and then these are all tiny, tiny bubbles, and that's, it's light. It's essentially like a lava foam. So just like when you open up a bottle of soda and you've shaken it up and it foams, that's kind of like what's driving these lava fountaining processes is gas within the lava expanding, and we see that as the bubbles here in this lava foam. So this is a piece of that lava fountain that fell to the ground from like episode 32 or something like that. So yeah.
That's special. I love that these are like recent artifacts.
Yeah.
It's just newly created. That's what's crazy.
These are some of the youngest rocks on Earth. So that is pretty cool.
Oh, what a cool way to put it.
Yeah. Baby rocks. And then this is a piece of a lava flow from the crater floor. And if you feel that one, it's a lot heavier.
Yeah, this is like probably 4 times heavier than what I was holding.
Yeah, and that's because a lot of that gas has been released already, but you can see it still does have some bubbles. Yeah. And glassy surface, so this is the part that cooled the fastest here, this glassy surface, and then the interior underneath.
Oh, neat. It's actually really cool. It's like it's interesting how there's different types.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have some that are really dense, and then you have others that are airy, and how like there's different types of tephra.
Yeah, different types of tephra. Yeah, so tephra is just a generic term for anything that's erupted and travels through the air, and it can range from things as small as ash to big particles. We would actually call these lava bombs, which are the bigger pieces. Yeah.
That's intense.
So
What's the biggest lava bomb?
Oh gosh, during Kilauea's, it had an explosive eruption in 1924, and there were big blocks of dense, older rock that got ejected out of the volcano that were bigger than a refrigerator. So they can be really big, yeah.
That would be terrifying.
We
like landed by.
That was a different type of eruption. We don't expect that for this eruption.
Okay.
So yeah, and then for lava flows, there's different types of lava flows as well. So big range of products that our volcanoes can erupt here in Hawaii.
I love that. And you went and got a bucket.
Yes, so we, on the crater rim, we want to collect pieces of the lava fountains for every eruption because we're tracking the chemistry to try and understand how deep the magma is stored, the temperature, things like that we can learn from the actual pieces of the lava fountain. So we put this system of buckets out there, and this is a bucket that was melted, so it just shows that even on the crater rim, where these pieces of the lava fountain are falling down, they can still be really hot. It's hot. We put the buckets out before the episode starts. Yeah. Okay. We don't want to be there. We don't go in the closed area when it's no.
Makes more sense.
Yes. Yeah. Because with the lava fountains, there can be a shift in the wind direction or a change in the vent. So where the lava is coming out, that could affect where the lava is falling. So we don't want to be anywhere near where there could be hot lava falling. So we don't go. That's why we put the buckets. But they show that it can still be pretty hot when the tephra is falling even.
I love this, by the way. And Katie was explaining how these are actually photos from the cameras. So the cameras that are set up are the ones that are taking these photos.
Yeah. So we put the cameras in the closed area so that they can be in that kind of hazardous area so that we don't have to. So a lot of these, were taken by those cameras. You can kind of tell the ones that have the little black bar on the bottom specifically. And this is just showing one photo for every eruptive episode, but we're missing 39. We just had episode 39, so the graphic was made before that. There's only been a few eruptions like this in Kilauea's history. So in 1959, the Kilauea Iki eruption was episodic like this with lava fountains. That was 17 episodes over about a month. And then in 1969, the Mauna Ulu eruption was about a year long. The start of that one with, I think, 12 or 14 fountaining episodes. And then Pu'u'o in 1983 to 1986 had 44 fountaining episodes. So we're kind of creeping up on that. That's the record for the most fountaining episodes. But again, it happened, over 3 years, whereas this eruption we've had nearly that amount in just 1 year. So it's consistent in just because there's the two vents. So anytime the volcano is inflating and accumulating magma beneath the surface, it's able to relieve that pressure that's accumulated via these two vents, and then it deflates and as the fountaining occurs, and then once the fountaining ends, it kind of recharges and refills again, and that process is just continuous and has been happening over the past year. Right now, we don't see any signs of that changing, but we are keeping a close eye on the monitoring data because Kilauea is an active volcano, really active, and things can change quickly on any volcano. So right now, not seeing any signs of change, but keeping a close eye and keep people informed if we start to see any signs that this eruption might be changing. That's because we do have some of the most active volcanoes on Earth here in Hawaii.
That was super interesting. Thank you for sharing all that. And I know that USGS is actually doing a whole month for Volcano Awareness Month of just different events around Hilo and up in different spots on the island. So you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so thank you so much for chatting. And we're doing a whole bunch of events throughout the month of January, a bunch of talk stories in Hawaii Volcanoes National Park and at libraries across the island, and then other events in Kona and Hilo. So please come join us if you're interested in learning more about the eruptions we've had here, how we monitor them, and hazards associated. We're really looking forward to talking with you.
Yeah, and I'll be popping into different ones, so I can bring it to you, and I'll share what I'm learning also. And even today, you're going to do a talk. I believe it's one of your fellow geologists.
Yes, Ashton Flinders. He's a geophysicist, a research geophysicist, and he's going to be talking about kind of the history of the Hawaiian Volcano Observatory, because we're the oldest volcano observatory in the U.S., and how we've evolved over time, different volcano monitoring techniques. So if you're interested in learning more about interpreting our data, that'll be a great talk to participate in.
Oh, that's what I need to, that'll be good, because I'll look at your tilt graphs and meters and I'm like, what am I looking at?
Yes. So, and we have our AskHVO at USGS.gov email address. So if you have any other questions, like, we're always checking that email address. So please feel free to reach out.
I can ask like dumb questions.
Yes, no question is dumb.
I really appreciate, so on their website, they have this prediction window that they post in their forecast. They have the update for Kilauea. It looks like every day you guys post an update. And it's actually been incredibly accurate. That's what I've been going off of to plan my trips from Maui. And they give a window, usually about like 4 or 5 days, and it's been like spot on. Like the last one I remember was like the prediction was the 22nd and 27th of December. It went off on the 23rd.
And we do adjust it a little bit because it's dependent on what the monitoring data are showing. So, and sometimes those change day to day. So it's good to keep up to date on the Kilauea updates if you're trying to see an episode, because we do, it might shift a little bit in time.
So the next one looks like it's supposed to be between the 8th and the 14th.
Yeah. So that'll be episode 40. Coming up soon.
And they're also amazing.
And if you can't see them in person, we have the 3 live streaming cameras. Those are located at different spots on the Caldera Rim, so you can tune into those on the USGS Volcano's YouTube channel and watch from your living room.
Well, great. Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I'm sure I'm going to be seeing Katie, and she might show up again in these videos. I don't know. But we're like volcano besties now. So.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And again, reach out if you have any questions. AskHVO at USGS.gov.
Got it. I'll put that in the show notes too, so people can see. So they're going to be doing this at different events too. But you got little pamphlets, so you know how to stay safe with volcano hazards, things to know with pollution, even just ways to stay safe with their alert systems. So very important to just stay aware of everything.